guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make these 8 vintage ephemera pieces that I like to put in my junk journals. Now, when I make junk journals, I don't know if you saw my video before, but if you did, you saw that when I make junk journals, I like to make things ahead of time. And that way, when I'm making the junk journal, I have all of my little pieces made ahead of time. And that way I just fill my junk journal and my junk journal's done. And I can move on to making my next one. So that way they're real easy to make because I do sell them on my Etsy page. And that way it's just quicker for me. So I want to show you how to make these. So I think that we should just get right into it so I can make these with you. Let me explain them to you first and then we'll get into it. So this first one here is just a side cluster. That's what I call it. It is a piece of paper, and most of these were done with scrap paper, by the way. I get out my scrap bin when I do this, so that's another positive. So I get out a scrap piece of paper and I just cut it down to however tall my journal is going to be, like however tall I know the side pages are going to be. And then, as you can see, it's not even straight. I just cut, strips. And then this one is just some blue leftover pages. I just cut out squares or rectangles, and then I layer them down the side there, and then just put a focal point in the middle there. So that's my side cluster. This is either a coin envelope or a specimen envelope. I don't know what you want to call it, but that's the two terms I've heard people use. And these are real simple to make. I'll just show you how to make those. And you just put something inside that's something I would assume just to look at. That's what I did, and then I just staple the bottom here. I'll show you real quick how to make those. This is a vintage postcard. I enjoy making these, and on the back I've got a stamp set. Sorry, I'm holding it upside down. I've got a stamp set. I'll show you that, and I'll see if I can link it down below for you. I really enjoy that. This is just a envelope here. You can make envelopes out of all sorts of materials. This is just, I turned around and grabbed, I have a roll of parchment paper behind me, and so I just turned around and grabbed a sheet of it and just started making envelopes. And then just a cluster of papers and a sticker there. This idea here is just stamped images. So I really like birds, bees, flowers, vines, leaves. Those are the images that I gravitate towards more when I'm thinking of junk journals. But again, whatever your theme is for your junk journal, those are the images that you're going to look for. And if you just stamp them and then, antique the edges or whatever, again, theme you're going for, I'll show you how I make those. And this is just called I just call it a book page cluster because the base of it is a book page. So let's get into the first one. Here is a side page cluster, I call it, and we're going to get into that. So let me get all the things out for that. Okay, so here's the 2 side clusters that I have made already. This is the one that I had out, and then here's another one. I just took a bird sticker and backed it up on some white paper and just made that the focal point. And this is the one we're going to make together. I just have a random lot of pieces of paper. They're not the same size. I did not use a cutter for this. I used scissors. So here we've got our strip of paper, and this is so random, so easy. All we're doing, starting it out. There's no science behind this at all. You're just gonna go down and put these in any order you want. You can put them crooked, you can put them straight, You could zigzag them. However you wanted to do this. It's just, I like the way that it almost looks like a quilt. It reminds me of a quilt. It doesn't look like a quilt, but it reminds me of patchwork on a quilt. The way that I guess the squares overlap, and that they're not all squares. That's what I like about it too. They're very random. At least that's how I'm doing them. If you want to do them, I guess in order, you could do that. I'm just not a very orderly person. I'm a very random person. So I'm trying to do this video without doing any voiceover because somebody left me a message saying, I love your videos, but I wish you'd do more videos without doing a voiceover. Well, let me explain to you the reason that I do voiceovers. Very randomly in this house do I get quiet time. And the only reason it's quiet right now is because it's 9 a.m. in the morning and everybody's still sleeping. William, of course, is at work. He leaves at like 5:30. When I say everybody, I mean Hannah and Selena. Okay. This is done. I'm going to find a focal point. So focal points. I have this little bin here that I keep. This is my little acrylic tray that I keep. And it says butterfly, small ephemera, words, and stamps. So what this is when I'm not doing anything and I'm watching TV or I'm at my craft desk, I cut apart little small stickers, or when I'm done with projects and I have little tiny pieces of stickers, or this is from a calendar from the Dollar Tree. I had it from a project I was using, and so I cut out all these little tiny pieces. I put them in here. That's what I'm trying to get at. When I take little tiny pieces, I'll put them in here, and these become my little focal points for any kind of cluster project. Here's butterflies, same thing. If I'm doing a project and I come across really tiny butterflies, I will put them in here because, again, I love using butterflies in my vintage journals. These are sayings or quotes, words, whatever. Anytime I come across words, I made up some of my own. I printed them out, and I keep these in here also. These are the things I turn to. I just got these in yesterday. So excited about them. I'll try to link these because I ordered them on Amazon. But I absolutely love them. They are stickers, and they are botanical, and they are beautiful. And I've got some mushrooms in here. They're so cute. And they were a really good price. They were on sale. I wonder if they're still on sale. I just got them in yesterday. They should be. Anyway, there's like a ton of them. I mean, a ton. They didn't come in this acrylic container, by the way. This is my acrylic container. But anyway, I'll see if I can link those down below. But these are my favorite now to mess with too. So let's see what I'm going to choose for the center here. I really like this. It is a sticker, but I don't want it to stick on there. I don't really, it's not matching for me. I don't like the way that looks. Oh, I like this. See, I'm very, very matchy-matchy, you guys. Very matchy-matchy. And we're going to cut it down because it's a sticker, but we don't want it to stick per se. So we're just going to cut it down and get it glued in the center. And you know what? That's really cool too, because we can use it as a sticker at any other point if we wanted to, because we're just cutting down the backing. So we can technically tear it off the backing at any point if we wanted to. I hit it a little bit with the scissors. Oh well. It's not perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's in a junk journal. again, another reason I love junk journals, because if you screw something up, you can just pretend it was supposed to be screwed up like that. Anyway, back to the reason why I tend to do voiceovers more. All done. Our side clusters are done. I guess not back to the reason why I do voiceovers more. Let's move on to the next project and then I'll explain it to you. Side clusters are done. See that? Simple. It took me, what, 2 minutes? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next one is going to be envelopes. Okay, envelopes again can be anything. They can be paper, copy paper, lined paper. They can be craft paper. They can be wrapping paper. They can be, you can make it out of a paper towel, a napkin. You can fold up a napkin into an envelope. I'm serious, anything can be an envelope. This was craft paper, and it's tiny. See how tiny this is? Isn't it cute though? Look how tiny and cute that is. Again, this is just baking paper, parchment paper. I just grabbed it. This is another tiny one. It's got a little flap on the back. Again, you can decide, do you want a flap? Do you want it to just be like a coin envelope, or do you want it to look like a regular envelope, like a letter envelope? So many different options here. So I grabbed a sheet of parchment paper, and as a matter of fact, I had inked on it, so it's got already some inking on it. And let's see, what are we gonna do here? All right, so do I want a regular envelope, or no, let's do another coin envelope. Okay, so to do a coin envelope, we're going to fold in on one side. This is going to determine how wide the envelope is, okay? And then we're going to fold in on, well, I'm just going to take that fold right over, I guess. We'll just take that fold that I already had, okay? So we want to make our envelope, and I'm just going to cut up here. So you want to make sure that you have enough right here to cover whatever flap you've got right here. They're by no means straight, but we're going to straighten those out. So this one doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty straight. It's a little bit jagged. This one's way off. Okay, we can fix that though. What I like to do though is get the actual envelope looking like an envelope before I start straightening it out though, okay? So we're gonna need a bottom to an envelope and a top. So the bottom, we're gonna need to fold up because we need the bottom to be folded and pretty and sealed, right? So there we go, we got a bottom. Now do we wanna leave the top open, or do we want it to have a flap? Well, let's make it have a flap, so let's fold it over. So right now we're just folding it over. We're just giving a basic like structure to our envelope. There you go. Okay, so we have a basic structure to our envelope. Okay, this is the bottom, this is the top. So we said we wanted to straighten this out. Let's go ahead and straighten that out. And we can just eyeball it. We're just cutting it straight. You know, I mean, if you want to get out your X-Acto knife and template and do a real straight line, you can, but I'm not trying to do that. So then what you want to do is you want to leave this piece here, but you want to remove this piece and this piece. You get this piece and this piece, okay? So leave this piece, we're taking off this piece and this piece, okay? This bottom piece is coming off. A little triangle here, or this little rectangle here. Okay. And then this little rectangle here. Okay, and then you're going to take off this piece, okay? This isn't even showing up. And this piece, okay? So this piece and this piece, leave this piece. Okay, now this is what your envelope should look like in front of you. We've got the middle, the two side flaps, the bottom flap, and the top flap. So we want to put the two side flaps together. I like to take wet glue and I like to run a bead here and here. I want the jagged piece underneath. Good morning, Hannah. So I want to run a line here and here. And again, the glue doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure you're not sealing inside your bag. You might want to take like a long piece of cardstock and just kind of make sure you're not sealing anywhere. Nowhere in there. And then I like to angle cut the bottom here. Just take a little tiny triangle out of the side. That way when you fold it up, it looks nice. See, it gives off a nice look on the sides there. So we're just going to fold up the bottom. And then we've got the top here. You can make that however you want it. I don't want it that long. I want it to be shorter. You can do a decorative cut here. You can round off the edges. You can angle cut here, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. See? And then for decoration, you can do, I think simple is best when it comes to this. Maybe take something here. This is not loaded up with ink. I thought it was. Oh, this one's kind of loaded up with some ink. There we go. We got some black and antique on this one. There we go. Ink that up. Ink this up. See, I'm just grabbing scraps around me. That's how I usually decorate my junk journals, is I just grab scraps around me because, again, junk journaling is, I feel like, grabbing scraps around you. That's what junk journaling is about. Taking what's around you and using it. The dogs are attacking Hannah. So to reiterate what I was saying before, that is why I do not do live videos and I do voiceovers, because I have a busy home. That was what I was getting at when I was saying, oh, well, the only reason it's quiet right now is because everybody's sleeping. So Hannah is homeschooled. She doesn't go to school. And Selena works a part-time job, which are, you know, part-time hours. And so she's home most of the day too. That does not leave a ton of quiet time around the house. And I'm not about to tell everybody in the house, oh, you gotta be quiet because I'm making a video, because you know what? Sometimes making these videos, even though you only see 20 minutes of a video, that 20-minute video literally can take 8 hours to make. I'm not even exaggerating. See, Hannah just said she's not. So I can't tell everybody in the house to shut up for 8 hours.
Even be quiet the whole day.
See, even though you're only seeing 20 minutes of the video and what I need to say for those 20 minutes. So that's why I do the voiceover, because I never know where I'm going to need to talk and then when I'm going to need everybody in the house to shut up. So it's not fair for me to say, okay, everybody in the house, you have to be quiet, and then me not need to say anything. And again, see, there's messaging going on my phone, and it's just, I'm not like, I'm not somebody who's just sitting at home and not having anything else going on. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how to say it. I don't have a quiet lifestyle where I have like a studio. That's what I'm saying. I don't have a studio. I don't have a separate room in the house. That's where I'm going with it. My room is the dining room. And so it's the main part of the house. That's where I'm going with it. That's why I don't do live videos. The dogs are whining. Everything's going off.
It's hectic.
Yeah, when I first started the video, I don't even know if this video is going to work, because when I first started the video, the dishwasher was on, and I don't know if I'm close enough for the dishwasher to overpower my voice. So I don't even know if the first part of this video is going to work. I'm literally going on with the video, and I'm not going to find out until I go to edit this video. So that's me explaining to you guys why I don't do live videos. Okay, so anyway, what you just saw me do was I just put Mod Podge over this this little sentiment that I printed out, because I printed out on a glossy paper, and my printer ink comes off of it, so that's a problem.
Oh jeez, does it?
Yeah, so I have to Mod Podge every little sentiment that I put on.
Wait, glossy paper?
Yeah, my printer paper, the glossy photo paper.
Huh? Isn't that supposed to stick?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure is.
Okay.
It doesn't. I don't know what to do, so.
Okay.
All right, let me, all right, so this is the way that the envelope turned out. And it opens up. Oh, and you put your little goodies in it. So I would stick this probably in a pocket of an envelope, or a pocket of an envelope. What in the world? I would probably stick this in a pocket of a journal, and that way they could put their little goodies in it and put it in there. Okay, moving on. Next, we've got stamped images. I am not even going to insult your intelligence by trying to show you how to stamp images. I will show you the distress ink I use to distress the sides of it. And this is the, oh, you know what? I was going to show you, this is the ink I use. It's got stuff all over it. I've got a new one. Fresh, not even opened yet. I was going to try to show them that. This is the ink I use. So yeah, this is the black ink I use. It does not smudge. This is the only ink I've found that does not smudge. So, yep, just stamp your images. Like I said, I really like bees, birds, flowers, nature things. I think that that looks really good in vintage item or in vintage journals, but that's my opinion. My opinion is not fact. All right, next. Okay, these are distressed playing cards. I had a hard time with these, and honestly, I think that I'm going to look up new ways. I've got a couple more ideas. I'm gonna use a sanding block next time because do you see that? Look at that. Yeah, that's the problem right there. That sheen, that shine. Okay, so that shine. I've got a couple pieces of like, I think it's tea bag. I finally got some tea bag to stick there, and I've got a couple other areas of dried glue, but this shine is just too much. I Mod Podge some tissue paper on here. It came right off. I'm not kidding you. It peeled off like it was a sticker, like it was just supposed to peel right off. So I was kind of mad about that. And again, you can see the shine here, same thing. So I'm not going to make one on camera because I think that this needs to be perfected. I think you need to start by, I want to say, using a sanding block. If you get these real shiny cards, these, if you have a matte card, go right in. Go right in with some, like I said, tea bags, or you could even use book paper. You could use any kind of brown paper, any kind of texture paste, maybe, things like that. And then just go right in with your Distress Oxide or whatever you're using to make it look vintage. But I'm not going to give you a tutorial because honestly, I don't think I was successful on that because look at all the shine still. It still looks brand new. Not happy with them. So not going to give you a tutorial. Here's the couple that I did. This is the new one that I was going to do on camera here with you, but I'm just not going to do it because I don't feel like I was successful enough to give you a tutorial on it. Maybe I was. I don't know. This one does look pretty good. But the back doesn't because it's so shiny and it looks brand new, and that just doesn't look vintagey to me. It looks new. So I'm not going to do it. I'm sure if I just glued a piece of like white or coffee stained paper to it, it would look better because this side really did get, see, look, watch. Ready? That's a problem. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do a tutorial because I don't think it was successful. Nope. So if you guys have some ideas for me, let me know. This one was a fail. That was what my channel was all about. If you read the description in my channel, it says that I'm going to show you all my fails too. So fail. Don't make these. All right, moving on. This was not a fail. These are my favorite. Aren't these so cute? They're adorable. They're upside down. Is it? Oh yeah, it was upside down. Isn't that cute? I love it. Okay, let's make these. I've got a couple of them too. Let me show you the other ones I made. Oh, here's all the altered, look at these, or all the little stamped images I made. Ooh, dragonflies, aren't those cute too? All right, let's make some stamps. So for the stamps, I do use some of these scissors that have the little cut. So I take, again, I dove into my scraps and I picked a scrap. I try to do 2 by 2. So this is 2 inches. Let me just kind of give myself a guide here. This is about 2 inches. Let's do, and these scissors, they can be difficult to work with if you try to be perfect with them. Don't try to be perfect with them though. Just let them do this half cut thing and then just tear them. If you're trying to do a perfect cut with these scissors, you're gonna get upset. See? You're gonna get upset. So just let it be jaggedy or whatever. There you go. It doesn't need to be perfect. All right, let's rough it up a little bit with some Distress Photo. those out for? What I really like doing is going to the Dollar Tree and getting those shipping labels, those sticker shipping labels. And then I use those for my faux stamps. And then that way when I'm ready to use my stamps, I just peel it off. It's a sticker and it works so easy. But for right now, I'm just using my scraps. All right, so I got a little vintagey look going on here. Give it a little dark area up here. Dark area down here. There you go. Okay. Let's add maybe some of this behind there. A little bit of something. I like to add like just a little, I don't know, a little something in the background before you add an image. I always like to add just something in the background. I think it just breaks up. And sometimes it doesn't matter because the image covers it, but that's what I like to do. All right, now I need to find a focal point. So into my small little ephemera, and I go to pick, what am I gonna pick? And that's too big. That's beautiful though. This can be time consuming if you let it be. Don't let it be time consuming though, because then you'll just spend all day doing that. You know why I say that? Because I will spend all day sitting here picking through this because this is my favorite part. Oh, that's kind of cute, that little hope. We should do that little hope thing. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take, this is supposed to be one sticker, but I do this quite frequently. Take this little pop-up dot off of it. Does she just want your attention, or what does she want from you? All right. Looked a little too perfect. Is that what she's whining about? That's another reason I don't do live voice stuff, is the dog's constantly in and out, in and out. And my office is their door for the in and out, in and out, in and out.
Can I get some water?
Yeah, see? Yep. Yeah, get your water, get your dessert, get your breakfast. Get your dessert. Okay.
Caffeine stuff in the morning. It doesn't seem to give me caffeine though.
Oh, okay, well that's good. All right, and then the stamp set that I use is this little stamp set here. I don't have all the stamps in it, but it's got the postcard thing, and then it's got, this is the one that I use, and then this one most. These are the two that I use most on my stamps. I guess you could use these. This is like a stamp in itself. You could use this parcel post one. Special delivery, that's a good one to use, but I'll show you the ones I like. Okay, so we're going to use this stamp first. This is the little seal. I'm so messy when I use stamps. That's why I hate using them. Okay, so this one goes first. Okay. And then And then this little, like, canceled out one. This is the one they use to, like, signify it's been mailed, I guess. I don't know. I don't work for the post office. That ain't my job. So there we go. Okay, so here is the one we made together. Alrighty, next we are going to do our little coin specimen envelopes. I don't know how, I don't know what you call these.
Are you making a concoction?
Uh-huh, we're making a concoction. Alright, so I've got this little thing already cut out here, but I'm going to show you how I do it. So the size that I like to use is 2 inches by 4 inches.
Oh, Mom.
Yep. You're fine. No, you're fine. That's why I said I don't mind. And I liked this little, I got this in a Dollar Tree pack. Remember when Dollar Tree had all those packs of random paper? Well, this is one of them. It's like a wall tree. It's like a wallpaper wall tree. It's like a wallpaper. Anyway, I like using this for these, and then this brown is really nice, but it's got gold on the inside, so we're just gonna fold it like that. So you fold it in half, and then I got my handy dandy 1.5 inch round punch here. You don't have to have a punch by any means. You can just draw a round circle just like that with your Mod Podge, and then just cut it out. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. It's kind of easy to get one of these. This is easier. This is one of the first punches I got, and I've used it religiously. So get a round punch if that's, you know, something that you're interested in. A round punch would be the first punch I would get. Anyway, it doesn't have to be center, but I try my best. I usually just put my finger right in the center where I think it is, and then try to line my finger up with this arrow right here. And then just make sure that you're getting it far enough down. And then punch. See, I'm not centered, but that's fine. We're going to use it anyway. Okay. So, of course, you can see the holes behind there. I don't like that. So what I was doing was just taking the hole that you punched and flipping it over. Okay. And then that way, you put your little specimen, whatever you're going to take as your specimen, and you put it right there, and you glue it onto your specimen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm lining it up like this, and I'm going to hold it down. Okay. I'm holding it right where it was, and I am just ever so gently going to lift up one side and put some glue, and then I'll lift up the other side. And the reason that this doesn't need very much glue is because you're really not going to be moving this around, and you're going to be stapling this whole thing together anyway. So I'm just putting glue right down in there, right in between there, and then just pressing it. And it's running off the sides, which is fine anyway, because when I press it together, if it glues itself down, I don't care, because it's just for looks anyway. See? It's just for looks anyway. Sometimes I include some glue on the side because I don't want anybody to see those gold. I don't want anybody to see the gold anyway. So if it's a paper that I don't want anybody to see the sides, I will glue the sides down. We're going to add something to the center there, and then we're going to do the staple, and then we're going to get some distress ink on it. Distress this edge. There we go. nice and worn up looking. That's sad. There we go. She's arguing with the dogs. That's what I did all day yesterday. They're really annoying. That's what they did all day yesterday. They're annoying. All right, what do we put in the center here? No, we're not gluing Cassie down. Ooh, look at this. This is beautiful. We're using this. This is so pretty. This is the 3D part of one of those Dollar Tree. Oh, you know what, though? It needs to be like in there. Okay, that's fine. I can still fit it in there. And then we're just going to try to center this part right here, the part that's not, the part that's open. See, this is the part that folded over. This is the open part. We're going to try to center it in the stapler. I was off a little bit. That's all right, though. So there we go. There you are. Isn't it cute? Super cute. I like this one the best, actually. That is so cute. I love it. All right, moving on. Here's the other ones that I did. I like that one. This one I really like. It looks like real flowers under there. Okay, what is next? Next is going to be our postcard. I love this. This turned out so beautiful. It's actually like this. And here it is on the back. Okay, so we're going to start out by first stamping our postcard image. So here's what I did. Here's another one I did. This is probably one of my favorites. Yep. So what I did here was, oh, here's another one that I did. Look at that, I got carried away with my postcards because I loved them so much. Yep. All right. So I took my postcard stamp. You can see, here's the postcard. This is one stamp. And then there's a long stamp that says for correspondence, for address only. And then there's also a place postage stamp here. Okay, so there's 3 separate stamps. I did the place postage stamp here, and then I did the postage card, and then I did the for correspondence address only. This is just the design that I came up with. I don't know how real postcards are supposed to be. I just looked them up online, and I saw something like this gets divided, or I don't know, something like that. So I just did this. You're more than welcome to place it any way you want, or if you know how it's really supposed to go, place it how it's supposed to go. The back is blank. I'm going to take this time to distress it before I do anything else. Okay. And like most things, when I layer, I just like to take different textures, different colors, This already has some inking on it from things that I've done before. Let's pick a beautiful flower arrangement. I like this one. This is gorgeous. To be the center. So let's have, I don't know, let's have some book page be in there somewhere. I like that. Yeah. Look, that kind of looks like a heart. That's so cute. I didn't even mean to do that. You know what? This is a sticker, Arlene. That's gorgeous. And if you wanted to take it a step further, you could add some writing. There you are. There is your vintage postcard, even with a little love letter on it. Fred, oh how I've missed you so. I think of you all the time. I know we'll be together soon, my love. All my love. Adrian. Adrian, she's such a romantic. I love her. All right, moving on. All right, we've got book page clusters, last but certainly not least. Book page clusters require a book page. So we've got a book page. This one is going to be a little on the tall side as opposed to the long side. Let's see, what do we want to put on it? We can put on a little blue. Again, grabbing from my scraps, because who wants to throw away scraps? Not me. Blue. How about some of this? This would be good. And then what do we have here? That's gorgeous. Look at that. That is so beautiful. I'm using it. I'm using it. Boop. See, and this is another reason that I don't do like, oh, why do you do voiceovers? Because do you guys really want to sit here and listen to me talk to myself and sing? I don't think so. I don't think you want to listen to this. So here you go. This is me not doing a voiceover. Whoever asked for this, do you regret it? Tell me you regret it. If you don't, you are a silly woman. All right. You know what? I'm putting this on white cardstock because it's going to come off if I don't. There we go. That was going to come off. There you have it. You can add a sentiment on if you'd like. Otherwise, this is perfect. A book page cluster. Okay guys, that is a long enough video for today. I hope that you enjoyed making all of these beautiful vintage ephemera with me. I hope that I helped you in making your junk journals a little bit quicker, and I hope I gave you guys some ideas for junk journal pages, and I hope that you guys have some fun being creative. All right, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.